Saving the planet $1 at a time. Climate change crusader Al Gore profiting off investments in companies backed by your taxpayer dollars. This is an investigation heats up into the slew of other green companies that went bust, a losing gamble by the government, paid for by you and me. Now, joining me now with the very latest, Republican Congressman Cory Gardner of Colorado. Congressman, thanks for joining me. I want to start with Al Gore because I think this is the most outrageous thing. So Gore invested in 14 green tech firms that got money from the stimulus program. He was invested, or these companies were directly benefiting or received more than $2.5 billion in loans, grants, or other breaks from stimulus. Now, at the same time, Gore's personal wealth went from $2 million in his vice presidential years to $100 million. So he has these companies, 14 of them, more than a dozen, gets money from the taxpayer. Why is it Gore who gave money to Obama as a contributor, why is he getting all this money from taxpayers?
You know, this really fits a pattern of what's happened the past 4 years under the President Obama administration. This administration has been defined by bailouts, handouts, opt-outs, and Al Gore has been one of the prime beneficiaries of the president's handouts, making him millions while the taxpayers are getting soaked.
You know, it's just, you know, like, it's okay, so you believe in green energy, but why give the money to your friends? Why give the money to your donors? What's going on here?
And from what we have seen, reports that 80% of the applicants to some of these programs through the stimulus were denied, and yet Al Gore's programs, about a dozen, were accepted and benefited from his close relationship with the president.
And again, this was $90 billion that went to green energy, as we've discussed many times here on this show. I know you want to talk about Abound Solar and what's gone on with that company. They've gotten some $400 million loan guarantee. They really haven't used all of that, only a small portion of it, but they're in big trouble. What's going on?
Well, you know, Abound Solar is a company in my district that now has hundreds of people out of work because of their bankruptcy. This is the third company, I believe, that went bankrupt through this program. But what's alarming, and what we're hearing from public reports, whistleblowers who are saying that their product worked fine. Now, this is a solar company. Their product worked fine as long as you didn't take it into the sun. And there are questions now.
How is that possible? I mean,
well,
how it's a solar panel. It's only supposed to work when it's in the sun.
That's exactly right, and we're wondering now, because we also have indications that there were engineering reports that were available to the Department of Energy in October of 2000, when the loan was approved in December. And so a couple of years ago when the loan was approved, we have seen reports that they knew, the Department of Energy possibly knew, that they had a faulty product, and yet went ahead and closed the loan and made those sales of faulty equipment.
You're investigating this, as I understand. What are you finding out right now?
Well, yesterday, actually on Tuesday of this week, we sent a letter to the Department of Energy asking for engineering reports, technical reports, marketing reports, trying to find out what the Department of Energy knew. They found out about it. And quite frankly, what happened to the people on the ground in Colorado that are now without a job, and the investors who put millions of dollars into this company, and the people who bought the product who are victims of a faulty product now.
Well, you know, I hate to bring up Solyndra, but let's bring up Solyndra, right? So this is a company that took $500 billion of our taxpayer dollars, and now they want to file a bankruptcy petition that will allow executives there to actually save their own taxpayer money. Is anybody going to stop this nonsense out there?
Well, and again, I think even the IRS has known that this is a bad deal for the American taxpayers. They filed an objection just yesterday against the bankruptcy plan that Solyndra filed, because here again we have one of the close investors, one of the close friends of President Obama, who set up a shell corporation through Solyndra to try to take advantage of tax credits that they would receive through net operating losses. And so once again, this issue of crony capitalism rears its ugly head.
Over and over and over again. Congressman Gardner, thank you for coming on tonight and illuminating this topic. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll be